Hey guys, what's going on? Running late. On the way to the workshop now. But yeah, Mia's there asleep. Been out doing jobs and we're a couple of minutes away from the workshop. Captain's over there already, working away no doubt. But yeah, hopefully you'll have that rally tee in the workshop when I get there, and we can try and work out what's wrong with this oil pressure. So we started it up the other day. Oil light wasn't on, the ticking wasn't there. It's only when it gets warm. So yeah, there's some sort of gasket or O-ring or something that's not right in there. We have another oil pump there. Hopefully we don't have to pull the sump off, but we've got to pull the sump off, and check the pickup, see if it's blocked. We'll pull the sump, take the oil out, it's clean, but then we'll check in the bottom of the sump, make sure that the pickup hasn't fallen off into the sump for one, and check to make sure that there's not just a big layer of sludge or something in the bottom of the sump where the pickup's sitting, so that it can't actually draw oil. But yeah, I'm almost at the workshop, guys. It's just one of those things, working and trying to do YouTube. The joys of being me. There you go. And young me is just asleep. She just sleeps through everything. Hey mate, good answer. Yes, I shouldn't really be reading comments while I'm driving, guys, but hello everyone. What are we got, 46? I'm pretty close to the workshop now, just around the corner, so just hope that there's not 5 people standing there when I get there to talk to me, but we will see what goes on, eh? Yeah, it's been a busy week, getting ready to start on that 4-wheel drive Tirana, which is going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to getting started on that. What else have we done? The Ute, the VNSS Ute, the fuel pump. There's a video that I was editing last night on that one about carbies and stuff. That'll probably go up today. But the fuel pump shit itself, where they've mounted it, instead of mounting it up and down, they've mounted it sideways, and it seems to have wrecked the pump. So the other day when I was driving it and giving it a hard time, it wasn't me giving it a hard time that made it not run right. It just won't run fuel pressure anymore. So you tried turning the fuel pressure up and it just won't hold pressure. So I bought it another pump. It's just endless, these cars, eh? Like, it's just constant money hand over fist to try and keep them running. But it's what we do, isn't it? Waste money on cars. Hey guys, and thanks mate. I was trying to get to the workshop. I was just going to go on late, but there was 20 or 30 people sitting there waiting, so I thought I should just kick it into gear while we're cruising along and go from there. Alright, won't be long now, it's just this one stretch and we're at the workshop. Hopefully he's all ready to go, depending on what sort of morning he's had. He's had a busy week as well, the machine shop. He's been standing in front of the mill pretty much all week. Yeah, makes it hard to get other stuff done when you got to run the machines all the time, but you know, you got to make a living, don't you? Yes. What else have we done with the cars this week? I did pick up that little Honda early in the week. I picked up a couple of 1-tonners this week, which is in a video that's coming up, and a HQ sedan, which I'm looking forward to that one, but that's a long time off. The VL, I'm definitely not building that VL. I just can't get passionate about it. I'm looking forward to doing the RB30 wagon, but not so much the VL. I did see a blue VL wagon yesterday at a place. The guy from Cairns had brought it down. It wasn't for sale. But yeah, everyone seems to be going slow today when I'm in a hurry. It's always the way though, isn't it, guys? Yeah, I was supposed to go and pick up another one this morning. I'll have to do it after the live stream. Just ran out of time. Just the way it goes sometimes. Alright. See the workshop up in front there now. See if I can turn the camera around. So the workshop's just up here to the left-hand side. As I come up here, see the white things on the side of the road? And the workshop's just here. You'll see the bloody mess everywhere. Well, it's not mess, it's all bloody good, you know? There she is there. Alright. Yeah, it looks like it's in on the hoist, guys, so yeah. Righto. I went and looked at a car for leak last night, got all the way out there, and it ended up being a bloody 2-wheel drive and not a 4-wheel drive, so that was no good to us. Alright, let's go sort this out. Let's go see what's going on, guys. What are you doing, Mia? Oh, hello, there we go. Say hello. See, I just woke up, so I'm a bit grumpy. Me 5. There we go, spit.
Hello.
Hey, there you go. Alright.
I thought.
Yep, that's it. Alright.
Wait, I so.
Yep, cool. Alright, here we go. I'll turn that way. There we go. Turn this truck off, come and get you, and go see what's going on, guys. Won't be a second. Alright, I'll read the comments in a second, guys. I'll just get my little mate out. She's got her hat and her boots and all the rest of her giddy up. Ah, it's my girl. Come on. Alright. No, you can't cling on, mate. I've got to hold this as well. I've got to grab your drink. Hang on. Jump down.
There might be chocolate milk.
Yeah, there's your drink.
Oh, chocolate milk.
Yeah, we'll get that later.
Oh, I want chocolate.
Oh, we want chocolate milk, guys. There you go. Okay, chocolate milk. There you go. Jeez. It's a hard life, this one, mate, guys. Let me tell you. Alright, I'll go find this thing out and we'll read some comments, guys. Alright, so that's one of the 1-tonners there, and that's the rear cut for the HQ. And looks like he's got air hooked up to the sump on the rally T to pump through to try and get rid of the blockage. Hang on, I just got. There is no. Oh, there's Captain in his wheelchair. Must have hurt himself this morning.
No.
So there is no blockage.
No.
So what have we found, mate?
We found nothing.
Found nothing.
No, just gonna put the 440 oil pump on it, I think.
All right. So a while back, guys, we had a Statesman. A while back, we had a Statesman come in, and it had a high volume.
No, it's just a big block Chrysler oil pump.
A big block Chrysler oil pump modified to go onto a.
With a length adapter.
Yeah.
I'll
All
show
right.
you.
We'll go look at that now, guys. All right. Here we go. You're all set, Mia? Good girl. Make sure you yell out if you need Poppy or Captain, all right? All right, let's go have a look, guys. Look at that. Into your beast.
So that's a big block Chrysler oil pump, 440, 383, that sort of thing. So that's it there. But they're a rotor style pump. And I'm just in the process of cleaning. That's a links adapter. So that bolts to the block, and then the 440 oil pump will bolt to that. They're just a lot more efficient oil pump, so which is a good thing about 308s and.
It makes the pump sit on an angle, doesn't it? Was that one?
No, it won't sit on
The
an
filter
angle.
sits on an angle.
Yeah, but we may have to get a smaller oil filter to fit it in with ET.
Okay.
So they usually take a Z9, but a Z89A, I think, is same O-ring diameter, but actually a smaller housing. So.
Okay, all right. TX3, the white one. Yep, it looked good. It was a long way away from memory. Would you be interested in a TX3 or a Laser H? Still have rego. Needs a clutch. Is it a turbo, the TX3, buddy? If it's not a turbo, not really. Finally wearing my blower tee. Got it from my Miss Awesome Cody, legend. Hey Red, what you think a VNSS interior with door trims is worth in very good condition? What do you think a VNSS interior? A don't know, what, 500, 1,000 bucks, something like that, depending on whether
Big
it's
gap, man. 500 to 1,000 bucks.
Quality can be different. Series 1 and Series 2 seats are different. You know what I mean? All right. So does everyone understand about that oil pump, what we're talking about, what the difference is between the standard? I'll show you what a standard one looks like. It's on the bench.
I'll take the clutch off so I can see the difference in the gear one and the rotor style.
Okay. All right. So this is a standard Holden oil pump. This one. We'll go through, guys, and we'll take our time and actually show you the difference in the two oil pumps. And yeah, there's no real way of seeing in here whether it was working or not. Like it.
I'll be able to keep the bearings in it and see if it's just more. Because at least an aluminium one, they do tend to wear a bit more than the cast iron one. Like
when I turn the cog in there, it's turning the other one in here, so it's not actually broken as such. We know that it's not just a light coming on or a pressure switch. We know that it was because it was ticking, which tells us that it wasn't working. Okay.
There was the kangaroo.
Yeah, there's always kangaroos, mate. But yeah, so looking at that, you can't really see an issue. Well, I can't see an issue in there from there. We'll have to pull the rest of it apart though, guys. It's just hard for me to do it with one hand, so we'll just follow the process with the captain and see where he ends up. But we'll actually go through and see what we can show you. Alright, so it bolts in up here, and yeah, the other one just kicks out on a bit of an angle, so we still might not get this going today if we can't get a yeah. All right. What do you reckon, man? Yeah, the pressure. I'll go down this end so it's not noisy for you guys. Yeah, so we'll run through this in a minute. Lee's just talking to a bloke there about a couple of cars out the front. And we will pull the oil pumps apart. Once they get scored inside, because that's got oil pressure when it's cold, it's all right. Once it gets into it and expands, it might be just those clearances that just, yeah. The oil pump pickup in sump. No, well, he's just checked that and nothing's blocked. He's ran air through it all and it's blowing air through, and yeah, that was one thing we were going to check. The oil in it's spotless. There's no sludge in the bottom of the sump, and the air line that you... Was it? Oh, okay. But the oil pump could be fucked as well because of not proper oil changes, just running shitty oil through it. You can see how he's got the air here and he's been blowing air through the system and back out through the pickup to see if the pickup is blocked, and from what he can tell, the pickup's not blocked. I'm not saying it's not brand new, but yeah. We're hoping we don't have to pull the sump and check the pickup, change the pickup anyway. But I'm guessing once he pulls this pump apart, guys, that we'll see a lot of scoring and stuff where the where it is.
Okay, so that's the difference between the two pumps. That's a rotor style pump, and that's a gear style pump. That's the difference.
Okay, so that's your normal Holden one, and this is your what is it, heavy one?
Big block Chrysler.
Big block Chrysler. Okay, so in
this has got bugger all wear in it.
All right, so maybe it wasn't the pump.
No, that's actually perfect.
Okay.
And the pressure relief valve wasn't stuck or anything like that, so
Missing the key.
no, that's got next to no wear in it.
All right, maybe we are pulling the sump.
It's nothing to do with the sump though. Like the pickup's not blocked and there's no crap in the sump, so it's definitely not a blocked pickup.
Okay.
It's another issue. I think maybe it's spun a cam bearing or something.
Okay.
So yeah, putting that on may be a waste of time. There's something else going on.
Bugger.
Yes, bugger.
At the end of the day, there is a reason why I get to buy these cars cheap at times. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't, I don't even care. For the price I pay for this thing, I don't even care that the motor's not good. It's just annoying that we wanted to have some fun in it. But at the same time, we do have another one sitting on the ground over there. But it's a lot of work to change that over just to go rallying, isn't it? But rallying is pretty fun.
Yeah, like we can, just don't know what to do there.
It would have been good if we pulled that oil pump apart and it was all scored or there was a lot of clearance in it. But because the oil pump looks so good, it's not showing us that it's...
No, it's definitely nothing, no abnormal wear or anything like that. Like I'd put that on any car. That's just pretty normal wear on the side there. That's nothing. No wear on the gears, no shrapnel's gone through the gears, like they're perfect on the edges. So, yeah. Like we can throw the big block one on there and see if, you know, it will definitely have more oil pressure, more volume. But it's a waste of a pump that we could be putting on the ute.
We can't pull it back off because that motor will have to come out anyway. So we've got to put one pump back on. Might as well put the big one on and see if it makes any difference at all.
We've just got to get an oil filter.
All right, well guys, I don't know, what do you do? Put a high flow in as you're doing bigger RPM. Yeah, well that's what that one is. So yeah, on hot days the oil light starts flashing. Yeah, if it was just an oil light flashing, I wouldn't be too worried. It was the tapping that come with the oil light.
Oh yeah, the lifters were bleeding out.
The lifters were bleeding out, and it was just losing oil pressure. It wasn't just a light coming on and flashing occasionally. It was a light on with a buzzer going off and it chattering terribly at us. Yeah, if it wasn't chattering, I would have kept driving. But once you hear it chattering, it's yeah, all right. It's one of those things you don't know what to do.
Yeah, I don't know what to do at the moment.
Yeah.
Without diving in further. So.
Yeah. My VY Commodore recently started to use a heap of fuel. Do you know what it could be? Using a heap of fuel. Airflow meter. Reading wrong. VY. Oxygen sensor, something's reading wrong to give it too much fuel or give it... The airflow meter reads how much air is going into the motor to tell the injectors how much fuel to put in. So if that airflow meter is reading wrong and telling the engine that it's getting heaps and heaps of air all the time, it's going to put heaps and heaps of fuel in all the time, which means you're going to use twice as much fuel. Whereas if it's reading right, it'll only put the right amount of fuel. So that'd probably be where I'd start. Blocked cat can mean you need to accelerate more to get the same sort of horsepower, which means you're using twice the throttle. Which
maybe you're wearing a heavier right shoe.
Yeah, maybe your right hand shoe is heavier. Did you change shoes at all? Yeah. Check clamps on the fuel filter. Yeah, my ute the other day, I went to move it in the yard. It had just been sitting there. I'd driven it, never had an issue, but then all of a sudden I could smell fuel and the clamp on the fuel filter at the back had just popped. Like they're a press-on fit for no reason at all. Nothing had been under there, hadn't jacked it up, and it had popped and it was pissing fuel out everywhere. So can you smell fuel? Is it a fuel leak? Red, I thought I bought a popped-up camper van because every blind man needs a big jigsaw puzzle. A VN Commodore is good. Yeah, they're the best. That was a bit rough, buddy.
Yeah, excuse me.
VN Commodores are good. Look, there's one here. Look at that. It's mint. That's Leith's Daily at the moment. You see the size difference in that thing. That's what all the girls say.
Looks like it will fit.
Will we be able to get a filter to work? Yeah. How's things, Jono? What's going on, dude? We're trying to fix this car and we can't see what's wrong, so it doesn't help much. Don't stand behind him there, Mia. He'll trip over if he moves. G'day, Christopher from Hobart Global. Hope you all well. Yeah, all good to here, mate. It's a bit hot and I was running a bit late, but it's just what happens. Yeah, he comes past your way to avoid the kangaroos on Brooklands Road, I think, mate. My first V8 is going to be a VSSS. Yep.
Yes, yes I do.
Whose car is it? The one we're working on this morning. This is the rally car, the VT, the Rally T thing that we made to go rallying at Leith's place. It's my car, like they're all my cars, but yeah. Can't smell fuel. Just got a new fuel filter on it. But the O2 look really burnt and dirty. Well, O2 sensors realistically, O2 sensors set your idle, and once you come off idle, your airflow meter takes over because it's measuring the car moving.
Well, that's not going to work anyway.
All right, so that.
It is display bar.
Okay, so the big pump's not going to work. Do we just want to pull the pump off that other motor that's there and use it anyway, just in case?
There's no point. There's nothing wrong with that other oil pump.
Yeah, the saw is just electrical stuff. We just haven't had time, guys. It just comes down to time, and yeah, the saw is just electrical stuff where the wheel has been smashing up under the guard. Because on the sawer, if you can imagine, put that down, please. Where the guard comes around here, there's electrical wiring that runs up through there. So the tyre, when it comes up, has hit the wiring and just worn through it, and it's earthing out on the body every time it hits. So we just have to rewire that section. That's all. But we'll get there. Sorry guys, we're a bit lost this morning. We can't find a problem, which also makes it hard to fix a problem, if you know what I mean. We're good here, buddy. Rhino, how's the backyard going? It's still exactly the same. Haven't had a time to touch it. The brockie without hitting trees. No Nick. Yeah, Mia's here. She's right there. Say hello. Yeah, Mia's with me today. Nicole's busy. She's got heaps on with her business at the moment. So yeah, they say hello, Mia.
Hi.
There was no way. There was no way I was going to be able to come to work today without you, was there?
Yeah, Dad.
Oh, apparently I'm Dad today, but anyway, you got to be someone different once in a while. So what are we going to do, dude?
See that motor coming out. Just got to work out what's going on.
Yeah.
So she's spun a cam bearing or a big end bearing or something like that. Or maybe the
Speak up a little bit.
the roll pin in the oil pump drive has broken, so the shaft isn't spinning, like spinning at low RPM but not spinning at high RPM. Eventually it just won't spin at all.
Yeah.
Don't know. Shame that one's not going to fit, but
At least we know now that we can't put that. Well, that won't even fit in the ute then, will it?
yeah,
This
well,
one's
because
bird.
what should do? I'll make it
This
fit.
one's bird.
I'd rather make it fit in that than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, I think. See, we have an option. We can put a pump back on this and take it out and try and drive it and destroy the motor. End up having to grind the crank and all the rest of it. Or we've got that other 5 litre sitting there, or I do have another one at home. The one at home's a roller motor. So we're probably better off putting that motor that's over there in, because it's not a roller, because it's not one we really want to build. Is it?
I reckon one you got at home would probably be a better cam to put in there, because then we know the ECU is going to be tuned to the same sort of cam and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
We've got the flat tappet one in there, it might not run as well.
Okay.
So,
I do have another, there's another 5 litre Holy shit, dude. Jono.
Bloody hell. Thanks, man.
Dude, mate. I don't even know what to say, Jono. Like, mate, your generosity, I've never met anyone like you, dude. Like, you blow me away, buddy. But, mate, we appreciate it. I really do. Honestly, a bit down this morning. Been down a bit this week, to be honest, because, and so is Leaf, I think. Just everything gets on top of you. And blokes like yourself that support us like that is absolutely crazy, mate. Wow. Like, dude. Yeah. All right, I'll read some of these comments. That's unbelievable, Jono. You're an amazing dude, eh? Okay, no offence, but I think Barra stupid people because swap a Holden or a Chev, swapping a Ford, it ruins the car. Guys like that. No offence, but I think Barra's stupid because people say Barra swap a Holden. Everyone likes different things, all right? So people like Barra, people like Fords, okay? So people that are into Fords, okay, and I'm not saying, I'm not a Ford person, a Holden person, or anything, I'm a car person. I love all cars. When Guns N' Roses first come out when I was a young bloke, everyone loved them. So I didn't like them. I don't want to be one of the crowd. But 6 cylinders have never been my thing. The 250 Crossflow back in the day when we had the other engine shop, Mayor, can you stop doing that, please? It'll be annoying people. They were constantly, those heads were coming in, just chewed out and stuff like that. And I never wanted an XF Falcon or something like that with a 6 cylinder. And now from that, I never bought a Falcon and never got that love for that 6 cylinder Ford Falcon motor. And I still don't have it. So to look at the Barra now, that I see people spending a lot of money on, getting good horsepower, doing good times, but having no longevity of use out of it, doesn't excite me. Because as you guys see, Leaf and I have very limited time to be able to do our stuff. Once we do it, we want to do it properly, we want to do it once, and then we want that project to be done and not have to touch it again. Just like that car there, that car there, right? Everyone saw that car come from an absolute thing that should have gone on the scrap pile, right, to it's done. It's reliable. I've had to use it as a daily. Nicole's had to use it. Now Leith's using it as a daily. It's just a reliable car that goes forever. And that's what we want to build. And to do a Barra and spend 20 grand on it to do 9-second passes, I'd rather build 3 cars and do 11-second passes than do 1 9-second pass in a Barra 5 times. But anyway, that's enough about Barras. We don't talk about them here. It's a Barra free zone. Jono said so. All right. I bought a VL for 500. Sweet. A bit of rust around the back window. They're all rusty around the back window, buddy. Windscreen boot seals, normal spots, but can't find any bubbles anywhere else. That's awesome, Jess. That's a good find, mate, for sure. Jono, dude, the only Barra that would use in the creek. It's everyone to their own. Like, I'm happy if people enjoy them, and that's what it's all about. You know, there's lots of guys out there that do. At my school, you were either a Gunners fan or a Metallica fan. That's it. I don't think I was either. I was AC/DC all the way, like all the way. In later years, I appreciated Guns N' Roses and Nirvana and all that sort of stuff, but rolling with that crowd, not so much. I'd love an Escort. I would love it. Oh, my Escort, my gold one, Hadsy, yeah, that was awesome. Until someone took it to Victoria and then brought it back, and by the time it rolled back in my driveway, yeah, you fixed it real good. You fixed it to the point where I couldn't even drive it when you got back. Barras are pretty tough motors. I've had a few over the years. Yep. Are you a taxi driver, Burn FPV? You know, I will always try to support you guys. I appreciate it, mate. I wish you captain awesome blokes. Mate, your wife has been very nice to me and ever since I started watching. Mate, Jono, we're we are who we are, and we're glad to have you along for the ride, dude. That's for sure, and everyone else. All right. Bloody awesome time. Great together. There's not a lot of money in doing YouTube, guys. I can tell you that. Like, there's not a lot of money in it until you get up in those big numbers. It is a lot of work for nothing. It helps that we be doing this sort of stuff anyway. We do a little bit of extra stuff because of YouTube, but generally the stuff we do, we'd be doing anyway. It does push us a little bit though, doesn't it, Lee? To, instead of just knocking off and doing nothing, we have done a bit of extra work, but I don't know, we're getting old, guys. If we had started doing this 20 years ago, it would have been a different world, that's for sure. Gunners, Red, it's Gunners, mate. Mum wouldn't tell me. Number of the beats, what's this one? Who made who? They were the new albums. It's it, eh? Number of the Beast. Yeah, that's the era we grew up in, mate. And the metal black jumpers with the patches on them and that, crazy times. In Excess, not so much. In Excess was sort of perhaps a year. That's sort of more Barnesy. In Excess, Cold Chisel, which was maybe 5 years our senior. I do appreciate what In Excess is to Australia, and I do like Chisel and the Angels and stuff like that. Where I grew up and where the car thing really come from me, in my street, I was the youngest, and there was some blokes that were sort of 10 years older that I'd hang around. When I was 10, they were sort of turning 18, and they had SLR 5000s and all that sort of stuff, and I grew up around those blokes in my street, and they were all into that, Chisel and In Excess and all that sort of stuff, whereas as I grew up, it was Metallica and Guns N' Roses and that were coming out. But yeah, just different age groups, I suppose, where you fell into the world. There will be hoodies coming out closer to winter. It's just hard to get hoodies right now. You can't buy them to get them printed up in Queensland because it's hot and they don't stock them anywhere. And if you buy them, they're too expensive. So, and plus, I haven't even had time to get back down to the printers to work out the other stuff that I'm supposed to have done. Like, things have just been crazy. Leading up to Christmas, I'm trying to put together enough money to float through Christmas, be able to take time off with you guys to build the Tirana. So just scrambling to keep things moving. Belt around the rollaway scared me. You one of the ferals belting around the rollaway, scaring, mate. Scaring. I'm skating. Didn't really go to skating too much. It wasn't really my scene. Motorbikes and BMX was sort of me. My mum's 67 and told me if I ever put a barra in something, she's going to hit me with a walking stick. Okay, so the captain with the ute, guys, I got back here and he was telling me off because the tailgate had popped open. But the thing, when it shifts now, it shifts and it twists the whole car and it pops the tailgate open. But yeah, so we found that on it. And the fuel pump, as I mentioned before, guys, has gone on it because, thank you very much, Espo, absolute legend, mate. Thank you very much. Yeah, the fuel pump on it was mounted, instead of mounted up and down, we will get this on the hoist to show you when we go to do the job, but it's been mounted that way, which means the impeller in it hasn't been covered in fuel all the time and it started to wear, so it started dropping fuel pressure. Because when I took it the other day to, where did we go, man? I went to do rubbish in it, and it had a real flat spot when I left. You could drive it, but yeah, it was just a bit of a pain. By the time I gave it back to Leith, he couldn't drive it home because he was going to use this as a daily instead of that. But yeah, anyway, yeah, what chassis, a driveline? We have the Tirana build's been an ongoing thing for a while, Hadzi. There's a turbo diesel Jackaroo. I know, I don't want to hear it, anyone, but a turbo diesel Jackaroo that we've had for a while. It come in, We had another Jackaroo, but the chassis was gone in it, and it had a turbo diesel in it. Another slightly later model, one come in with a slightly bigger motor, still 4-cylinder turbo diesel, and it was pretty good in the body. It needed brakes and front end work, and what else was wrong? Power steering was leaking. It had a fair few little issues, but the motor was pretty strong and the box was good. Leith went through and turned the diesel pump up, put a heap of boost into it, put a top mount intercooler on it, done the brakes, sorted the front end out. So now the thing drives well and it actually goes really good. It's almost like driving a petrol turbo instead of a diesel turbo. So it goes good how it is. Grunt, thank you very much, dude, for your support, mate, and really appreciate it. Really appreciate all of you guys. Yeah, so it goes. What can I hear? It goes really good now, and yeah, it's just a case of Ben, dude, as always. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, so I'm gonna get the Tirana over here this week. We've got to start on a scrap run this week to have a clear out before Christmas. But I'm going to use one of the boys to start stripping the interior out of it, maybe put it on the rotisserie so I can get all the suspension out of the Tirana before we lead up to Mr. Jack. You're an absolute legend as well. Thank you very much, guys. Like, you really make it worthwhile coming in, spending hours with you guys and just playing cars. Yeah, it's, thank you. Yeah, even if YouTube doesn't support you know, creators, you guys do, and it's speechless, honestly, guys. And Espo's always there to support. Legend, yeah. He's the first one to comment. Yeah, we don't hold it against him that he loves his Cortinas though. But yeah, so strip all the suspension out of the bottom of the Tirana. There is a bit of rust in it, but it is a 2-door. I did post a photo up on a photo I took ages ago with the other wheels that I had. The whole build started because I had a set of 4-wheel drive wheels. It's all about wheels for me, guys. I had a set of 4-wheel drive wheels and I wanted to build something to put them on, but I don't like 4-wheel drives. But I ended up with another set of wheels. Welcome to my insanity, guys. Don't crawl in here, Mia. Okay, just wait out there, sweetie. Okay, just wait there. Or go in and play with Captain. Don't come in here. These. So I've got these wheels as well. So for the guys that saw the photo the other day with of the HB Tirana, I've got these wheels here. They're still a big dished wheel. Who likes these ones, or I'll go out and show you the other ones now. I'm the only one here who talks about my dad and doesn't own a car. Mate, it's all good. It's whatever works, dude. But men at work, land down under. I'm guessing you're a young bloke, and I'm guessing you're here to get involved and learn. Is that why you're here, mate? And if that's why you're here, mate, you're more than welcome. Ask some questions, mate. Get on board. The only way you're going to learn is to watch and listen and see what's going on, man. So you don't need to own a car to be here, dude. All right. The other wheels, I'm about to get angry because they're not where they were, which is right there. If someone's been in my yard and taken my wheels, oh no. Hey, Lee. Oh, you're kidding me. They were sitting just here, just the rims. I hope the boys have moved them. I think I've lost my other wheels. Looks like we are running those wheels, guys. We had a car stolen the other day. I have to go through the cameras now and find out what an arsehole's been in. Hey, Lee, do you know where those other rims are? The ones you took the tyres off for the Jackaroo? The ones we were going to use for the... What? Have you moved those other 4-wheel drive wheels? The ones, not the ones with the tyres, ones without. Because they're not there. Fuck. I will find the grubby prick and I will hang them up by their feet. Anyway, I'll have a search for them. They might still be here. One of the boys may have moved them. But it looks like I'm running those wheels. Hopefully one of the boys have moved them. All right, what have we got going on, guys? You know what those guys that were walking down were doing just then, do you? Yes, yeah. Captain sold them. No, he wouldn't have sold them. He knows that I want them. We may have to get a yard dog, yes. I don't want to get a yard dog because they shit everywhere, but I saw that picture. Leith said that he called in, buddy. A bit angry now. Yes, buddy? Your Peppa Pig what? Yeah, we'll work it out in a second, sweetie, okay? They're probably here somewhere. The boys move stuff around all the time. That's me just wishful thinking, but yeah. Well, the thing is, there's not many of those wheels around, so if someone puts them on their car, I'll see them anyway. Yeah. It's been really good here for stuff forever, and all of a sudden, we've been having issues, and I just don't know why. Yes. Oh well. What do you do, eh?
Maybe get back inside.
Yeah, it's hot out here, isn't it, little buddy?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I'll turn this around so you can see. Oh, they're not over there. Oh, let's get out of the sun, Mia. It's pretty hot out here. I'll have to move them inside. Jeez, it's hot here today, guys. What's it like down in Victoria and that? Just watch that as you walk past. Come on, come past quickly. That's okay. All right. I'm just going, what's on here, I reckon? Realistically, the amount of people that live nearby that watch here, I don't know. It is what it is. You can only keep the honest people out, and what do? Yeah, they'll be there somewhere. The boys would have moved them or something to get cars in and out. They have moved a lot of that stuff around there, so yeah, I just can't see them. I'm just not here often enough, guys, to do it. It's about 15 degrees in Geelong. Jesus. What was that? Can you show how to straight pipe a car? How to straight pipe a car? Just put a straight pipe through it, taking it muffler out. Yeah. Yes and no. The thing is, I'd have to chop the exhaust out, straight pipe the car, make it loud, and then put the exhaust back in it. What? Yeah, like the rally cars that we're building, we can't have them that loud because we'll get in trouble and not be able to rally. If I just got in trouble and went to court over the Jag for having pretty much straight pipes on it because it's too loud. What application are you going to be running this straight pipe car in? Or it's very, very simple to straight pipe a car. Just get an exhaust with no mufflers. It's just a straight pipe all the way through. It's not a difficult process. It's just not usable for any application at all. Yeah, hey, Red. Yeah, it's crazy, eh, Luke? Absolute legend, mate. It's 37 degrees in Leeburn in Toowoomba. Yeah, it'll be about that here, I reckon. And there's no breeze either, which just makes it hot and sticky. Section, open your eyes. How are you going with fires up your way? 40 in Chinchilla. Spit flames is a problem too. There's a lot of reason why there's mufflers in the system. I can appreciate why you want straight pipes on some stuff. It's just not usable for me to do that, and as you guys have probably noticed, we have limited time, so to do something like that that's not usable, that I'd have to change back straight away, we just try and move forward with jobs instead of, if that makes sense? Yeah, I hope it does. Sorry that I can't do something that one of you want me to do that is very, very simple, but it's just time. We are going to get back into that. I just looked outside and saw the diner. We are going to get stuck back into that diner soon. We'd like to get that done and out. I just haven't had the money for the engine kit recently. My dad's got a Galaxy. It's got a Windsor in it. What year model Galaxy, buddy? I'll let you look at the VT and Leith work while I talk. Needs cats on a V6 and a 304. Yeah, well, there's that as well. Yeah, it's not really in your cars, man. I'm not really in yo cars, man. It's me, look at me. I'm not really in yo cars, man. Cool. All right, whatever. I read 21 here in China and loving your live streams. Wish you had more time for your Saturday stream. What time is it over in China at the moment, buddy? You work over in China. I think we've spoken before, haven't we, Benjamin? And yeah, cheers for calling in, man. It must be nice to have a bit of Australia, I suppose, in your day.
It'd be 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock? Oh. Oh, welcome anyway. Look at me. You're more than welcome, mate. You don't need to be old like us to enjoy cars, buddy. Been a dry day in Western Sydney, but cool today. What's that? Vanilla red? Yeah, vanilla Coke. That's the go. Old Captain won't even drink standard Coke. He hates it. He's a vanilla Coke fiend all the way. Yeah, man, that's it, eh? It's just a case of, I find the easiest way to learn something, right, is pick a model. Like, what model car do you like? It's look at me. Like, what are you into? Ford, Holden, Commodore. What do you actually like? And then we'll set a process for you to learn about that car and the different models. So, what sort of car do you like, buddy? Just didn't have any. There weren't any at home this morning when I woke up, and I bought those yesterday, and I'm trying not to drink them, but what do you do? I'm not really, you're not really into cars? Okay, cool, no worries. A 78 Kenworth K100. I would like to buy a big truck, but I just can't justify the regos. It'd make my life easier with a lot of my Brisbane trips if I could take 8 at a time, but the rego on a big truck and trailer is big. Those two blokes that walked down there before, you knew who they were? Yeah, okay. You reckon lightning storms the Savo? I thought we were going to get a storm yesterday. Vanilla is the go. Hey, Wheels. Commodores, Fords. St Matthew, St Mary's. And how hot is it down there today, Jono? Dad's friend got an 32 coupe 351 he's selling, but no rods are too hard to sell. Well, that's it. Hot rods always sell. Should have turned off my ringer, shouldn't I? Whoever that was, sorry. I'll ring you back when we're finished. And Salty Tubes has subscribed. Well, thank you very much, and you're welcome. In my notifications there.
No, that's a recording.
What's that, little buddy? I'm teaching English in China, and do you teach them heaps of swear words, dude? Do you teach them slang so they confuse everyone? It's 8:55 in China. It was there in the late 60s and 70s. I'm 14. I've got a Fairmont, a 2000 Fairmont. Mad. Nice and young to start, buddy. I got my first car when I was about 14. I can't even remember how old I was. How old are you in year 7?
14.
Yeah, about that. What's going on with the SS? Okay, so the captain, what are you pulling apart? Are you just pulling the motor out?
Pulling the sump off.
Oh, okay. He's checking the pickup. Do you want me to get the engine crane from the top, the suspended, or?
Nah.
Okay, so we've checked the we went through earlier with our oil pumps, guys. Okay, so this is the oil pump that was in the car. We checked, made sure if it was scored in around here. These are the gears that come out of it, okay, and you can see there's no scoring or pitting or anything on those. They're still in really good shape. Okay, so they should be working perfectly. There is absolutely no reason why that should drop oil pressure. We had this rotary pump, which is a high volume one that was on a Statesman that came in a while back. We were going to put that on so it ran a bit more oil pressure and it was a bit more reliable than the standard Holden one. The standard Holden ones are not unreliable, but that other one's just better. But it actually won't fit in around the K-frame and sway bar.
Take the sweet bar out though, it is a relic.
And okay, so now we were talking about swapping the motors out because I've got another one of these 5 litres at home. But before we do that, can you not stand under there? See that oil? It's going to drip on your head, buddy. Nothing's going to fall on you, but the oil will drip. So he's just undone all the sump. We've just got to lift the motor up from the top now so we can get the sump past the K-frame to get a visual look at the...
Well, there might be the pickup where it bolts to the block might be blocked if they do a lot, so it might be sucking air.
Yeah, LS1s do the same thing. Where the pickup comes up and bolts to the block, there's a small O-ring.
Yeah, they always chew out. Or
Yeah,
don't put them in
the one that I pulled out to go into the hard top, when I pulled the pickup, stand back, mate. That's it. Just there, perfect. When I pulled that one out, it was going to be having trouble very, very soon with oil pressure because that O-ring had split and started to go hard. So, yeah, it's just one of those things. We'll just, I know I say it all the time, but we'll just follow the process and see where we end up and see what we find. It's just one of those processes, guys. I'm all into body lines and cars. That's it. It's different things on different cars make you really want them, you know. I hate the keyboard keep misspelling words. I hate that I can't spell. That's what makes me misspell words because I'm not very bright. My mum got me a Morris Minor. Sweet. Do you still have the Morris Minor? They're pretty cool. I like them a lot. I've had a few minis over the years, and I had a really good moke at one stage that I sold because of a girlfriend. But anyway, that's another story. Hey mate, just turned in. What have I missed? Okay, did you catch all that, Mitchell, about the oil pump? We're just about to try and suspend the engine from the top or lift it up a little bit so we can get some clearance to get the sump off without pulling the whole motor out and undoing pipes and every other piece on the thing. So, yeah. I'm in year 7, dude, near the end. That's the game, man. It's, believe it or not, I know you hear it all the time, but it's the best years of your life, buddy. I have a daughter in year 7 this year, young Nera Lee. In bloody exhaust shop. Harvey Bay, how's easy eBay sell them, buddy, for, I don't understand what that was about. Yes, Mary Mofos, laugh out loud, I've lost something there, I think. Unfortunately, teaching from their outdated books, but they're teaching me a lot of Chinese naughty words they got for homework. Oh, you know, it's something different, dude. It's half an adventure, isn't it, Ben, to be over in China doing something different? Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably go to Japan more than China for the cars, but what is the car scene like in China? Is it like the Japanese import stuff? I don't know. What comes out of China? China mostly make like...
It's one of the most expensive places in the world to register cars.
China is?
Yeah.
Okay, and...
It's cheap to buy a car from somewhere else and get it imported into China and register it there to drive it, because to buy one and the taxes and all that sort of crap over there. It costs 3 times as much to register a car over there.
And don't they just build knockoff stuff? Like they build like stuff like fake Toyotas and stuff?
5 on the 3 seaters, there's taxes over there. That scared the shit out of everyone over there.
How long is this yard? How long has the yard been one for red? How long have we been in this yard? 18 months, something like that. My towing business has been running for about 5 years, but the yard's it's under 2 years or something like that. Yeah, the yard hasn't been here that long, but it works. It pokes along. Have you got any Proton jumbuck, white bonnet, nudge bar? You can change the front of those jumbucks from memory to Lancer front ends. CC Lancer, you can change the front ends on those jumbucks. If you do a Google search, you'll be able to find what Lancer front end you can put on your jumbuck. You'll just find that easier than finding a jumbuck front end. We've never had a jumbuck come through the yard. Well, in 5 years of buying rubbish, I've never bought one yet. So they must be fairly hard to come by wrecked, I'd say. And they seem to hold their value quite well, so it might be easier to change the front end to Lancer, if that's any help to you. my neighbour has a nice VN Calais. I have a EF XR8. I would like an EF instead of my AU, but I haven't had time to touch the AU, so there's no point buying an EF, I suppose. Drop the crate, K-frame, I've done it a few times. All right. Okay. He reckons it's easier just to suspend the motor if I just put a pole across the top, suspend the motor from there and just drop the K-frame. I'm not going to argue with him. He's got his plan, but thank you very much, Evan. There was a Walkinshaw GDS for sale for 25 grand. CC Lancer, okay, yeah. They made by Mitsubishi. I haven't, yeah, we don't see a lot of jumbucks, that's all. So, yeah, but we do have had a couple of young blokes come in and change their front ends over from, yeah, change their front ends over, but yeah.
I got a Peppa Pig.
How long have we been going for? Almost an hour.
Peppa Pig.
You got your Peppa Pig? Look, Mia's got a Peppa Pig, guys.
I can see this and I need that.
There you go. It's the small things in life that, yeah.
For Peppa Pig.
It's the bubbles of nothing that make it really something, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, Dad.
Yeah, that's right. There you go. Nice. All right. This is our newest worker. His name's Jack. Everyone say hello to Jack. That was funny, Lee. You didn't even laugh. Where's her Mustang? That's at home. The Mustang's at home. It's charged. We charged it up, didn't we, Mia? I did get given a 12-volt battery by a bloke, but there's apparently another controller I need to put in line so it doesn't fry the thingo. So, how's Letho going in his new place? He loves his new place. He just needs a new car now. Yeah, we went and looked at one last night. We got there, and it was a two-wheel drive. And it was an absolute heap of shit too. But that aside, it was a two-wheel drive. But yeah, we just really struggling to find a V6 petrol.
No, I found a couple of good ones last night.
Okay, what sort of stuff?
V6 Kingatow, a 2.7 Hilux dual cab. Yeah, no, there's a few good ones.
Within budget and local, or?
Well, it'll be in budget by next week, yes.
Oh, it can be in budget by today. And yeah, we'll have a look when this finishes, see what we can do. Yes. It's bloody hotty today, guys.
Must use the old Subaru.
Got to get used for something because one bloke doesn't ever get back to finishing anything he does.
I'm still waiting for the gate to be fixed.
At least Jack has a crack. All good building Pickles reusable write-off. I was actually down at Gray's Auctions the other day and I saw a video come up where there was like some Mazda coupes, like 808s and RX3 coupes. A video come up the other day and there's a lot of views on it. A lot of people were interested. I didn't film while I was down there, and one of the boys at work wants to go down and buy a VE SS Ute. Oh, car, sedan, I don't even know. But yeah, I said I'd go down with him. I'll do some filming down at Gray's Online, see what sort of stuff's in there. Because there was a lot of interesting cars actually down there, guys. Yeah, we'll go down and have a look at that at some stage. I don't know when that'll be, but yeah. It's, yeah. He's just putting a spacer now between the front pulley, I think, and the, yep, and the sway bar. Leith needs a. Oh, he's looking for a dual cab petrol four-wheel drive, something cheapish, manual, to do a rear mount twin turbo setup on. He sold his Patrol, so now he's walking. And he wants to get a car pretty soon because he doesn't want to wear his shoes out. He doesn't talk loud enough, that's all it is. I've just got to stand closer to him, guys, so you can hear him. That's all right, I'll get onto that.
And I see.
All good, GC8. Thank you very much for the super chat, Graham. Really, really appreciate it, mate. Appreciate the support. All right. What do you reckon? Is that going to get in the way when you try and drop the stump?
No.
That was successful. I'm hoping that once he drops it, that the bloody O-ring or the gasket that sits, there's a gasket on these ones, I'm pretty sure, is broken. Young Jake had the same problem recently where there was just a small split through the gasket and was enough to drop the oil pressure.
Oh, so was that what the issue was with his?
Yeah.
Which is the very first thing I told him after he bought 3 oil pumps and all that sort of shit.
Still on holidays over there, Charles. Were you in Bali the other day, buddy? Yeah, Jono, mate. Jono, and all the usual boys have contributed as well today. But Jono, $500. Like, I don't even know what to say. GC8 Australia, the dude's just an absolute champion. A big supporter. Makes it worthwhile, that's for sure. Ever seen HK Minaro with a original blue interior? HK Minaro blue interior. I don't think they came out with a blue interior. I don't know, mate. Did HK Minaro's come out with blue interior?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure the white ones did.
Well, there you go. Leith said he thinks the white ones come out. It was an option for blue interior. It's not something I'm really versed in. I'm sorry, guys. It's hard to know everything, that's for sure. You can make stuff up about everything. That's pretty easy. All right, is that going to give him enough room? It's got a bit of room there now. As you can see where it's started to drop. I'm just going to leave it alone and let him do it. I think that where he's put that there, it's going to stop him coming forward enough. But what would I know? I'm just the idiot with the camera. Pickles Police Auctions get cheap lead Range Rovers. I don't think there's a lot of that up in Brisbane. No, I think that's mostly Sydney and Melbourne. We don't get a lot of that sort of clientele, perhaps. Yeah. Hey guys.
There you go, boy.
Not too bad. Hot enough for you?
I reckon it's going to rain this afternoon. I'm hoping they're right.
Okay, they talking hail or just rain?
I'm hoping rain, but I'll take anything at this point.
I better go home and cover some cars up then.
I want to go home too.
What do you want to go home for? You only just got here. Could you ask Leith if there is a pair of under bonnet covers for the WRX vent spare? Under bonnet covers for the WRX vents. We've only got the 2 WRXs here.
Well, so as in the bonnet vents, the lower plates that hold them on there.
We've only got the bonnets, the 2 WRXs. We haven't got any wrecking WRXs as such. Disaster stations, guys. Look, Peppa Pig's got himself stuck in the top of the jack. Were you about to start crying, Mia? Or did you know that Poppy had saved the day?
He got ice.
Ugh. What do you say?
They're not crying. They're not crying. He's dirty.
Did you guys used to do this? Jump on. Did you guys used to play in the shed with your dad and do the jack?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, what's on the
Is it good? Nothing but riveting stuff here, guys. And then you go, whee!
I go up, fire. I go up.
Oh, so I think they're a little bit more interested in Lito's sump, guys.
I'm carried away with that. Oh no, I think that's fine. There's no... Yep, that's alright. problem with manuals, they hit the floor before an auto does, and it's too hard to get them up sitting up high enough. I really want to drop the code frame.
I don't think you got a choice.
Oh no, I've got a choice. Oh, hang on. Oh. Ah. Rust. The whole stump's full of rust.
Ah, the old someone's hiding rust in the sump trick.
Shit. Right, I'm gonna have to get that.
Oh, we might not be changing motors after all.
Well, maybe.
Might be, could be.
One or the other.
I did the king of the castle.
Yeah?
Yes,
If you're the king of the castle, that makes Letho the dirty rascal.
Daddy.
You ready?
Yep.
Woo! Yeah, she's alright, she's clear. Did you guys used to play on the jack when you were little as well? Holden V8s come with... Did any Holden V8s come with superchargers or turbochargers? I think the HX come out with a turbocharger, didn't it, Lee?
Oh yeah, there was a
Early ones, and
limited edition, draw through turbos set up. I think that's 5 or 6 maybe.
yeah.
So no, so
And there was a Holden accessory Strata 2 set up. I have one at home, put on one of my wagons. Yeah, 6-cylinder one, yeah. Do you guys have any 2 or 3 series Land Rovers? All the Land Rovers are sold at the moment, sorry buddy, but we do get them in from time to time. What year and price for the Triton? 2000-ish model, something cheap, 3 grand-ish, 3.5 grand, something like that. 6-cylinder petrol, full drive, manual. I'll have to watch the rest later. Have a bit to do. No worries, Cody. Thank you for joining in while you're here, mate. See you next time, dude. That's okay, yeah, the black plates that sit under the bonnet vents. Yeah, no, we've only got the ones we've got on the cars that are here. Hey, Devilish VT, how are you, mate? We're all good here. Where are you, GC8? Okay, Michael may have some for you, GC8, which is awesome. I bought a written off V8 145 pickles for $800 last year for a transplant into a. That's the go, man. It's a cheap swap over, isn't it? That's for sure. Probably had a shot valley gasket and kept driving. It wouldn't surprise me. It runs really good, this one. We will have to invest. It's sat for a long time too. Like this sat in my yard for probably 3 years. So, and I don't think there was an oil pressure problem before that. So, I don't know. It's just a case of just got to keep looking now, follow the process, fix it, and see what else is wrong. The rest were 6s, were supercharged, 2004 models. Yeah. All right, guys. What do you reckon, Captain? What are we going to do?
I don't know. I'm thinking I'm just going to pull the motor out. It's going to be just as easy.
Okay.
Wouldn't be easier just to suspend it from the top here? I'll get one of those engine bloody
Not
things.
really, because then if I do that, I think the motor's going to have to come out anyway. So.
Oh, you reckon the motor's going to be fucked anyway with that much rust in it?
Yeah, I reckon since gone through the bearings, I reckon it's spun a bearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, well, you heard it here first. We're just going to say, I'll just bring over that other motor. We'll just drop the other one in.
I think we're going to have to.
Yeah. All right. Looks like we're doing an engine swap in this, guys. He thinks that because there's that much rust in that in the sump, that the odds are pretty high that it's spun a bearing, and that's why we're losing the oil pressure, even though it hasn't started clacking yet. So we may not have chewed out the crank yet, but if we continue to drive, we'd probably take a chance of doing that. So we'll just do an engine swap. Engine out, 6-hour job. It's
6-hour job? Try an hour and a half. I don't know where you're getting 6 hours from.
Who watched the live stream last week where I turned around and said, all right, he's going to change his carby now. I turned around, I had a drink. I think I spoke to you guys for like 2 minutes and turned back around and went, oh, carby's on. Like, yeah, stuff just happens. He's quick. Even the other live feed, they're getting the box out. Like, it's he's very very quick at what he does. I'm slow because I've got to look for tools everywhere, and I keep talking too much rubbish with you guys. Mate's garage. Mate's garage where the Commodores were. Hey mate, I'm the guy from Peterborough where you stopped at my mate's garage where the Commodores were. Mate's garage where the Commodores were.
What was that on your road trip?
I'm not sure. It'll come to me in a minute, Liam. I stop and talk to so many people every day. When we put in the Dizzy in the buggy, it's on the list. There's just so much to do, guys. It's constant. People constantly walk in, and I don't know. This is probably one of our bigger priorities because we actually get a lot of fun out of this, taking it out. My four-wheel drive build, I want to really do that. I'd like to get the Bedford done and get that gone, but I also want to get the turbo on the Jag that's down the back there. And then I want to drive, like, there's just so much to do. And then it just gets overwhelming, you end up doing nothing. You know how it goes, guys. What do you reckon, Mia? What do you want to do?
I want to do this afternoon week, and the car said it didn't mind to me, and he do it at the after weeks.
What was that in English? Benjamin, can you translate that from Chinese for us, dude? I'll be lucky. All right, sorry.
He still wants to.
When I was a kid, my dad and I and uncle used to pull a motor, go to the wreckers, one on the road same day. Yeah, if we got stuck in and didn't piss me out and I didn't hold onto a camera, things would happen pretty quick, but it's just, yeah. Do you have a Sandman? I don't have any HJ panel vans. Like I've got a yeah, Mia got a little car. I've got to do it. It's a little bit slow, your car, isn't it, Mia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still hot, my car.
It's hot too because it's got no roof. But we're going to do a conversion. I don't have any panel vans. I've just got that rear cut for HQ that come with a HQ that I've just bought. This is one of the 1-tonners I've had for a long time. I noticed though that the chassis is actually rooted on this one. The body's actually shot. There's nothing really of value on this. It's got calipers. So it doesn't even have calipers. It's got stub axles. But I had to get the 1-tonners I've got lying around out of my mate's place because he's moving. So I've had to move them this week. I should pick up the sedan this week sometime coming. I just got to pay for the rest of it. And yeah. Well, guys, we're going to pull the pin on the live stream there and work out what we're going to do with this motor swap. The other motor's not here. It's actually at my house. So I don't know, guys. So the result with the oil pressure is there's rust in the sump. So the pickup isn't blocked as such because we can blow air and stuff through the system. But I think it's picked up rust and crap, gone through the system, landed in between bearings, and then started to eat away at the brass of the bearing, which has given it enough clearance to drop oil pressure, but not enough yet to make it knock like a spun bearing. Does that make sense? So that'd be what I'd say has happened. I'd like to see inside the shop complete full of Holdens. It's hard because I've got so many different cars. Plus I noticed a few Hyundai Terracans in the yard. I've got a 06 Turbo one, never missed a beat. There's quite a few Terracans here at the moment for some reason. There's 2 good ones though that'll get sold. You should do an SS wagon. I'll concentrate on the ute for now. See you, dudes. See you later. Thank you very much for joining in. Thank you everyone for your super chats, and especially John O, dude. Mate, you blow me away, dude. You honestly do. All right, guys. There should be. I edited a video last night. I uploaded it. It's just on private because I haven't done the thumbnail or the description yet. But that'll go up for you tonight. So if you're interested in carbies, there's a bit of an overview of carbies and stuff when we were selecting a carbie for the ute. So there's a little bit in there to learn the basics on carbies. Mia is great. Said, Dad, best in the world. She loves playing Peppa Pig. You must have mistranslated because I'm Poppy, not Dad. But anyway, all good. Jono, one of you guys, Sure, Captain, keep it cool. Say goodbye to the wife. We'll do. I think Nicole's actually on watching. But yes, thank you very much, Jono, and thank you everyone else. All right, I want to pull the pin, guys, and yeah, work out what we're going to do for the rest of the day, and go from there, and actually have a look for my wheels. All right, dudes, see you.